And the streak continues with yet another Super Rugby thriller in Sydney between the Tars and the Drua. The Tars holding on to come away with the win 29-24, a one-score game that went down to the wire. It was really a game of two halves, but the story of the game, it really came down to discipline for both sides. The Drua, they started all right with a couple of pretty magical tries, but then for that whole first half, they just spent a lot of time pegged in their own half, pegged in their own 22. They were getting penalized, they were getting obliterated at the scrum. Their tight head, he was just getting lifted straight out of it. And the Tars, they just kept going for the corner, pegging the corner, setting those mauls. And the Drua, they actually, even though they conceded a couple of maul tries this game, they did defend most of them pretty well. The Tars, they also suffered from some pretty sloppy handling at times, made a lot of turnovers, and that really kept the Drua in the game for that first half. Then in the second half, it was the Waratahs' ill discipline that was really the story of the half. It let the Drua back into the game. You can see this penalty count here, 11 for the Tars, 13 for the Drua. It was pretty much about 11 penalties to the Drua and 1 penalties for the Tars at the end of the first half. So you can see there was just pretty much a complete role reversal in this half, and the Drua's scrum did actually start to become dominant, much like the Tars scrum was in the first half, and that was a major source of penalty for the Drua. The Drua, they actually struggled to convert while the Waratahs had a man in the bin. They were banging away on the Tars line. They just couldn't get over. They got held up multiple times. It wasn't until they got forced into a restart that the Drua, they were able to convert that from 30 meters out and pull in front. And that's the funny thing about this team. They really are. They're better from 50 meters out than they are from 5 meters out. And once the Tars got their man back from the bin, that last sort of quarter of the game, it was really kind of sloppy. Neither team was really able to control possession. They were both spilling it, turning it over. No one was really able to put anything together and take the game by the scruff of the neck until probably the last 10 minutes. The Tars, they got a penalty. They got deep into Drua territory. They were able to set that maul again, and they were pushing on the line. They got close. The referee saw something. He said the Drua, they collapsed the maul. He awarded a penalty try to the Tars and sent a man to the bin. And the Tars, it was a desperate final few minutes. The Drua were trying, but the Tars, they were able to hold on and take the win 29-24. They will be stoked with that. And bit of a tough one to take for the Drua. I mean, they were in this game. They did have their opportunities. They did have their time, but it was tough. Like I said again, really discipline. It was the story of this game, and that applies for both teams as well. Bit of controversy on social media about the refereeing in this game. And to some extent, I agree. Like, I don't think this referee was good. He did not control the game that well. Both teams had a lot of opportunity to take control of the game by the scruff of the neck. I mean, look at these turnovers, 18 turnovers each. That's an immense amount of turnovers. Like, it was there for the taking for both teams, but neither team was able to do it. And really, they don't have anyone to blame except themselves. But it definitely does suck to be on the losing end of this one. There's no two ways about that. As far as individual performances go, there were a handful of standouts. I was really impressed by Angus Bell. He did his thing like what he's best at. He just carried so well. Every time he had the ball, he was strong. He was beating that first up tackler. He was making meters. He was very impressive. And it was him who was putting that work on the Drua tight head in the first half, just destroying him at the scrum. Lange Gleeson was also good. He was very busy. He got 2 tries for his efforts. Again, he's just another one of those guys you love to watch because he gets the ball and he accelerates into a brick wall. He just loves it. 2 tries as well for Lagonimasi. He was running pretty freely out on the wing. A lot of ball went his way, and it was just great to see him do his thing. But someone I do want to give a pretty special shout out to is Armstrong Ravula. He actually started last week against the Hurricanes and looked really good, but this week he was put on the bench instead. Caleb Muntz got the start, but honestly, Armstrong Ravula, he is so much better. Like the Drua, they just look so much better when he is on the field, and I really want to see him play more. I really hope they give him the next start. But anyway, really enjoyed the game. Interested to know what your guys' thoughts about this one are. Let me know, and I will see you for the next game.